Hey guys, this is Nick with Geeks with Cash, and this is your next 15-minute impressions. This one is on Hades. It is an early access game on Steam. It ran me, I want to say, about $25. This was exclusive to the Epic Store for the longest time, so I know a lot of you may have missed this one. It's by Supergiant Games. They brought Transition and Bastion to us, so I kind of have a high expectation for this one out of the gate. They're pretty well known for making solid indie-style title games. I've heard it's part roguelike, I've heard it's part Diablo. I don't really know for sure, so we're just going to go ahead and jump in here and see.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Goodbye, Father. To hell with this place.
So, Hades, just screw it. I don't want to roll hell anymore. Ooh, he's got a dash.
Piss off.
Wow. I'm gonna slash some more ghosts. So it's a quick attack and a heavy attack. Wow. I don't know what that does, but it looks like it does damage, so it does that. Okay. Oh, you just break those down.
Try and stop me.
Wow. Okay. Whoop. And let's not get hit by that. Reminds me a lot of Torchlight as well. The animation style is very Torchlight. Ooh, hello.
I think not.
That dash is kind of fun. How many of those can you break down? That's interesting. So combat's pretty straightforward, guys. It's very much kind of like a brawler. Ow! You got your light attack, you've got your heavy attack. You don't have a jump, but you do have a dash. Looks like I just got to keep killing stuff in this room until it lets me out.
There she is. It's
Yeah.
got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail, noble person. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Interesting. Your attack is stronger and can deflect. Huh. Cast foes, gets damages foes in a small area. Your dash deals damage and can deflect. That's interesting. Okay, so you flex. Huh. Let's go with Divine Strike.
Thank you, goddess. Your power fused with mine. This should be good.
Interesting. Am I just pulling down hell? Am I just like breaking the whole place apart? That would be fun. Next door. Oh, look, more guys.
That's what me right.
Hey, that looks like a trap. Boom. Okay. Oof. There we go. Wall slam?
Warned you.
Interesting. Can I break that? Nope.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Well, hopefully you get a heal or potions or something. That works. Oh God, ow.
That was revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Huh.
Hey there, Zagman. How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
I'm gonna go with premium vintage.
To the kind of wine to liven things up around here. Who should I give this to?
Because I could use some help. One of those where you just die, you get more levels and powers, and you just come back with those. Oh, crap.
Think you can stop me? They absorbed my blow.
Okay. Wow. These guys freaking do a lot. Okay. Ah! Dang it. Okay.
Something. Wonder where I can use this. Each exit has its own reward.
Sure, why not?
Witches.
Oh! Oh, jeez. Oh! Oh, God! Whew!
A centaur heart. That'll keep me going for a bit.
Oh! Oh! Ow! Just wasted most of that. Ah, don't think with most of the room. Rule 1. Rule 1, don't think with the room. Well, the combat's fast and fluid. The art style, I love this kind of art style. This kind of cartoon, almost cel-shaded art style, I think is fantastic. I always tend to enjoy that. I don't know if I'm real keen on having no way to heal myself, but I have a feeling that's going to play into the mechanics of the game at some point. Oh!
The underworld's power.
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those, you know, live, die, repeat kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going north. It looks shiny. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Oh. Shoot! Get stuck on everything. Wow. Okay. Okay. So do I keep anything?
Damn it. I'm home. Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
Back already.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody died sometime.
Okay.
Indeed.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could. Look what I got for you, boy.
As one of Cerberus's heads receives the prince's gift, another muzzles something back into his hand.
Thank you, boy.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. Well, how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Interesting.
You have come home. Do not despair and hold to your resolve, child. Tell me something. Has the goddess Athena thus been true to her word and her willingness to lend you her support?
She has, Nix. I'm grateful that you put us into contact and explained to her the situation that I'm in.
It gladdens me to hear it. Seldom do Olympians consort with those born of the underworld. Yet your circumstances seemed due cause for an exception. She shall make a powerful ally.
Well, they've got my attention.
Hey, room. I'm back. Night and darkness guide me.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Now we're talking.
Okay. So it is kind of one of those repeating cycle thing. You play, you get as far as you can, you get better at the earlier parts of the game, and you keep pushing, and then you eventually die, and you come back. Looks like you can unlock new weapons. That's kind of cool.
Got something new to try. Should help.
So that's equipped.
There we go. Cobra locked. The
Huh.
Heart Seeker. Let's deal some attacks. Over here. What the?
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
Have you seen the crap I've been
She
hitting?
insists.
Didn't hurt. Yeah, that's it. Didn't hurt.
Kind of fun.
Nice. Felt nothing there, sorry.
Oops.
Huh. Okay, so training dummy.
Bet I got you pretty good.
I don't think I like that, though.
Care for a warm-up with that? No, that was nothing.
I can do this. First Let's get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg.
Meg.
For a flame ought to be just beyond. I know
Okay, and it tells you how far you've
there
gotten.
and
So I've
to
reached
that.
the 9th chamber so far.
All right, let's give it another shot.
Okay, I'm digging this. This is kind of cool.
Courtyard back there.
I guess we're trying to escape for a party or something. I don't know.
Time to go.
And we're back here again. Oh. Hey guys, this is Nick. I thought I'd go ahead and wrap up more from the title screen for Hades rather than just kind of signing off from inside the game, because I had a few last minute thoughts and I got a bit more time to spend with the game last night after I had finished the initial recording. So pretty much what I came to the conclusion of is this is more of an entry level roguelike game. It's got a lot of roguelike elements. You die, you come back, you repeat over and over and over again. It doesn't appear to have as many weapons as a lot of roguelikes tend to have. A lot of the enemies seem to kind of be same-ish after you've done them for a while. They augment them by adding armor and things like that. You do end up going through the same stages over and over and over again. They are randomized like a roguelike. You do gain stats like the mirror that you saw me like interacting with in a game. Anything that you do in that and any weapons that you unlock during the play of the game, those you get to keep. Any of the boons that you get from the gods, you do not get to keep. Those are random. So if you happen to be running and you get a good layout and then you die because you got overwhelmed or ran into just a tough room, you're going to lose those and have to adjust your tactics accordingly. Now, that may be appealing to some people, it's not to other people. For me, I'm kind of on the fence with it because I've always kind of stayed on the outskirts of roguelike games, mostly because the idea of going through the whole thing again and again and again and again and again and again, assuming you'll eventually get better at it, doesn't really sit well with me. And the reason I say that this is more of an entry-level roguelike is because you do keep more stuff than you would in a regular roguelike, like, say, Nyota, where you would pretty much lose everything, and then you'd have to go back through, and you'd have to adjust your tactics and hope you find the right ones, and you wouldn't have any statistical increases or anything like that. Now, there are other roguelikes that do allow you to do that, but they're all a little hit or miss here as far as what you can keep. It does have good overtones of Torchlight and Diablo. That part I like. I love the art style of the game. I like the fact that the combat is quick paced. It's very interactive. It's very fluid. He's very quick. He's very nimble kind of character. That to me is particularly appealing, especially since he can kind of swing hard when you need him to by using his Y attack, which is his special attack, which I just called a heavy attack because that's what it seems like to me. His quick attack is one of his primary things, and his dash is pretty much you have to have it. As far as the gameplay goes, the main thing that I don't like about the game right now is the fact that every time I die, I have to fight every boss, every time, all over again. Now, I'm okay with having to go through parts of the whole thing, but when I get stuck in a boss fight with similar dialogue or just quippy dialogue of, oh, look, here we are again for the 50th time, it kind of gets old. On top of that, as you get further on, there's things like infernal caches that you can open up that generally start like an attack round where you have to kill all the guys, and whatever benefit you're going to get from it count down as you're wasting time killing trash. So very much like Diablo 3, where you had like a time limit to open a cache and you could get a bonus cache if you did the chest right. This has a similar mechanic, so it kind of took that mechanic in a sense. Another thing that it got kind of right and kind of frustrating is some rooms you'll go in and you'll have a choice between two different boons you can take. Depending on the one you take, you'll have opposition from the other one because they'll feel spurned and they'll get all spiteful and they'll send people after you. That's very in keeping with the mythos of what this game is going for, but one of the problems that I have with that particular thing is you're already working on a limited amount of health with very minimal ways to regenerate your health, and then you're throwing in a room that throws like these ultra tough monsters just because you picked one thing over the other after you had to clear the initial room in the first freaking place. So you're having to do double duty in that room. Now, granted, you get both boons when you do that. You pick one, you fight the opposition of the other, and then you get the second one as well. So it's kind of like clearing 2 rooms in one. But the problem is it doesn't count like 2 rooms in one. So as you progress, you've still got less health. You've still got very little ways to regain your health unless buying things throughout the dungeon on it. Praying you got enough money to be able to keep yourself topped off enough that you can fight the next encounter. I really don't know where I stand with it. Part of the allure of it to me is the mythos, the quips, the witty dialogue, and the fact that you kind of organically learn more about the characters as you progress through the game. It's not kind of force-fed through heavy cutscenes and things like that. You can learn it through the interaction between a boss fight, or when you pick up a boon, or when you unlock a new weapon, and then you pick up a boon, because each weapon has kind of its own little backstory, and the gods will tell you a little bit about that particular item that you're carrying as they give you an augmentation for it as you pick up various different boons. That part's kind of cool. The part that I really don't like is repeatedly having to fight the same thing over and over and over and over again, trying to get better at it, just feeling like eventually you're in a bullet hell room that you can't escape, and then you died because there's like 8 or 9 witches in there, all shooting like 3 orbs apiece in 3 different directions apiece, and so it's part bullet hell shooter then. And you're trying to dodge every way from Sunday and breaking their armor and then trying to well them down, and then more of them summon, and then you're just caught. Or you run into a boss where it's like this 3 or 4 phase thing, and there's so many ads that you have trouble just being able to deal with that much stuff on the screen because you may not have gotten the best layout for it because that's all random. Now, I understand all these complaints are for just basic roguelike games, which is kind of why it has me on the fence. Now, if that kind of gameplay and that kind of story structure appeals to you, I say go ahead and buy in. It's $25. It's in early access. They're still adding a lot to the game. They're still taking a lot of feedback on the game. Like I said when I introduced the game, these people also brought you Bastion and Transistor, and those are really, really well put together games. And this one's no different. The combat is incredible. The dialogue and the narrator are all well thought out. They're all well put together. They're very nice. Where I come in as more the overall gameplay loop of the die, go back through, have to fight every single boss again, that turns me off on it to a certain extent. So I'm about 50-50 on it. I kind of love it and I hate it at the same time. Whereas I could see somebody who plays a lot of roguelikes loving this one because you've got more story than I've seen in a lot of roguelikes, while still having a lot of those core elements that make roguelike games so unbelievably appealing, which is just to try to get better, try to find a better item, try to get whatever items that you can get that you can get through into your next regeneration or whatever in your next life cycle in order to progress further. So take with that what you will. I know it sounds kind of wishy-washy, but that I'm kind of wishy-washy on the game right now. And I can't form a super strong opinion one way or another. So there you have it. Hopefully you found this informative. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon. That'll let you know whenever I get things up, because a lot of my stuff doesn't fit through the algorithm of YouTube very well because I'm really tiny. So you're going to miss a ton of my stuff if you don't hit the bell icon. On top of that, if you guys could leave me some comments on what you like and what you don't like about this game, or what you do or don't like about the content that I'm making, I'd also appreciate that, because that helps me make my videos better. Every time I do one of these, I try to do something a little different or a little cleaner and make them a better experience for you guys, the watcher, and still try to present you with enough information that you feel like you've gotten enough to kind of make your own decision about what you're going to spend your money on. So any kind of feedback you guys can give me is hugely helpful. And again, thank you very, very much for spending part of your evening or your day with me on it. And until next time, I'm out.